We will have artificial intelligence reaching human levels. The short definition of the singularity is the moment when artificial intelligence reaches human intelligence levels. And I repeat, we expect that to happen between 2029 and 2045 at the latest. The U.S. Department of Commerce 10 years ago published a very influential report called NBIC, Nano, Bio, Info, Cosma. These are the 4 technologies of the future. If you look on the top, we have nano that studies atoms, bio that studies cells. Nano and bio are like the hardware of life. The hardware of life. And below we have the info that studies bytes and cosma that studies neurons. And that is the software of life. So we have the hardware and the software of life. Also, one is natural and one is artificial. Nanotechnology is artificial biotechnology, or vice versa. Biotechnology is natural nanotechnology in a way. The same at the bottom. Infotechnology is artificial cogno-technology, or cogno-technology is natural infotechnology. And all these technologies are converging in the next 20 years, reaching this technological singularity that will change humanity and it will change humans. Sequencing a human genome is going to be only $10 in a few years, and you will do it in a few hours. So this will be a typical experiment in biology class. The other thing, one of our professors at Singularity University is studying the molecular basis of aging, and he believes that aging is a disease, but what is more important that it is a curable disease. He created an international prize, which is called the M Prize, to create immortal mice. Right now, at this moment, they have mice that live 3 times their expected lifetime. These mice normally live 2 years, he has mice that live 6 years. Mosquitoes, the fruit flies, 4 times as long. Worms, 6 times as long. He expects in no more than 10 years to have immortal mice. Mice are also very close to us biologically. We share 90% of the genome with the mouse. And this is no theory anymore here. We are creating artificial life. And actually, a scientist asked him, another scientist who was very religious, he said, "You are playing to be God." And he said, "Well, someone has to do it." So I thought that was a very interesting comment. But the fact is that he is creating life. He is creating artificial life. The other thing that is happening from the artificial intelligence side is we are having computers that are reaching the levels of human intelligence during the next 20 years. These are the forecasts. Right now we are at the intelligence level of a lizard, but we are moving fast on this. An example was just last year when IBM's Watson, a computer born in the most complicated knowledge game called Jeopardy. And actually people thought that this was so complicated that no computer could even try because there is humor, there is ironies, there are jokes, and the computer won. You know, so you might say the computer is not intelligent, but that is an irrelevant question. I don't know if you're intelligent. I don't know if I am intelligent. What I know is that Watson wins humans that think that are intelligent. There is no human who can win Watson today in knowledge in that game Jeopardy. We are going to be understanding how the brain works. The structure of the brain is 10 to the 17 computations per second. That is the complexity of our brains. So if we don't talk about the mind, the spirit, and the soul, that I only do at dinner time, then basically a brain is a machine that computes 10 to the 17 operations per second, and I repeat, we are going to reach that complexity in the next 20 to 30 years. And we are also making the first implants, connections between brains and machines, opening the brain, or without opening, just putting some electrons on the heads. And there are some computer games that began with this last year. Now you don't need your mouth, your hands, your arms to play video games. You put a hat with electrodes. Basically, this is a philosophy actually invented by Julian Huxley, the Director General of UNESCO. In 1930s, he wrote a book where he talked about transhumanism, which is the philosophy of humanism with science and technology to transcend human limitations. But we have to do it carefully so that we don't finish like that. Okay? We don't want to finish like that. So, evolution continues. We are not the end of evolution. This will continue. And we will cure all of these diseases thanks to technology. We will cure these horrible diseases in the next 10, 20 years. This is the word in Chinese that means crisis. Crisis in Chinese has 2 idioms. is danger, but the second one is opportunity.